It's another beautiful day in the world of heritage with IGHILE. And today on Heritage, we will be learning something great, something about our culture. Yes, and that has to do with wood carving. And to help us with that, telling us the history all about wood carving is the person of Elder Godfrey. So wherever you are, you're welcome along with us as he teaches all about wood carving. So we're meeting him today on Heritage to tell us more, all he knows about wood carving today on Heritage. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my sister.
Your name?
My name's Elder Godfrey AIRHUNMWUNDE. By the grace of God, I'm the chairman, Heritage at Gallary, Benin City here.
Okay. So I want you to tell us all you know about wood carving.
It is long, it came into being through one of our obas, which I cannot really mention the name now, due to the records I know with me here. Our real father was an art lover. At his leisure time, he liked doing something. So that was how they said he came into, he brought people from Igbisama, started having time with them. That was how they started practicing art, and people from Igu Street started practicing bronze casting. So after then, these people were now, they went into the job. So at any given time when there is an event in the palace, these people, they have been seated in strategic places to watch the event. After the event, they will now go back to their various workshops, put the event into practice. Practice them, the broadcasters will do theirs, while the wood carvers will do theirs. After then, the palace will keep them in their archives. They were using wood carving and broadcasting as means of keeping records, because then there was no photography, no video, no writing. So the Benis were existing before the Western world came to put us into these new systems we have today. So that were what it was through wood carving and broadcasting the Benis were keeping their records. That was why when the Portuguese came in 1897, that was why they got many artifacts from the palace, because each time they do there is an any event in the palace, they do it, keep them in the archives. So then wood carving and broadcasting were not for sale. They don't sell them, and it was done for the Oba alone. It is who the Oba likes that he gives them to as presents. Maybe visitors come, he likes the person, he can take any of the work that the person has presents. Then you don't get bronze work to buy outside. You don't see wood carving to buy outside. It is only in the palace. So it was later now that because of monetary intervention, people now begin to do it, and people begin to see it and buy outside. After that invasion, they stole things from us, and our royal father, his blessed memory, the Oba Kenzwa, was highly interested in Idia head that was later tagged Festac. That is this work. That was later tagged Festac. So he was interested during the reign of Obasanjo as the head military head of state of Nigeria. So when what they were requesting for him was too huge. They were asking for a big money. So when our royal father heard it, called Obasanjo and said, no, don't pay that money. Instead, the people that did this work, they are still under my custody, they are still here. They will call them to come and do. That was how they recruited carvers, because it was carvers that did the job. It was done on ivory. So they now called them, they said they will. So they now asked them to go and bring the photograph, the original photograph of that job. So it was brought, and the carvers went into action. By the grace of God, one of them got the job. He's by name Chief Alufa Ignovia. He's still alive till tomorrow. This first Act 77 was celebrated January this year. And to God be the glory, the man was alive, and Obasanjo commissioned that job. During his time too was alive. They met themselves and they embraced themselves. Obasanjo was happy to see him, because I was in that program too. So bless God for everything. The Beninese are known for this job: broadcasting, wood carving.
Wood carving is one of the oldest types of art. It is widespread and readily available and less expensive. Wood carving is a medium for sculpture and it is perishable in nature. Wood is water absorbent and vulnerable to insects and airborne to fungi, and it degrades quite rapidly. Therefore, bronze, marble and other types of stones have been preferred for monumental works. Despite these qualities, wood was the principal type of sculpture used to produce masks, religious objects and general decorative items in Africa, especially for small-scale works. In Benin Kingdom, the administrative headquarters of Edo State, Nigeria, the cradle of black civilization, woodworks evolved during the era of Ogiso dynasty. According to history, the introduction of wood carving was an initiative for the Benin Kingdom to use it for documentation and as gift for visitors. It was during this period various craftsmen were formed into association with monopoly rights to produce standardized products.
The wood carving in Benin started thousands of years ago, so it was used for many things, like for decorative material, that's artwork. Then it was also used for historical records, that is, they carved the images of past fathers, mothers, relations. It was also used for remembering events that occurred in the whole Benin Empire. The street called Igbe-sama, that's where you have the wood carvers. They carved in mahogany wood, they carved in a wood called black wood, and many other woods. But the woods they used were those ones that had a long-lasting life. Insects, ants, and other animals could not destroy them. That's why they use those wood. And it was their profession, and they were expert at it. In fact, they produced some of the best wooden carvings in the world today.
The wood carvers, again, most of their products too are utilitarian, in the sense that they can be used as decorative pieces. Even while used as such, they communicate. So the innate skills that they have are passed on from generation to generation.
I want to ask, how did you come to learn how to carve? Because we can see beautiful works here.
Yes. In the field of arts, there are different artists. There are people that are born artists. There are those that just come to learn. There are those that inherited it from their family background. Like me, it came from my forefathers. He did it. But in those days, it was not like this. Carving is carving, but through one means or the other. My great forefather was a carver. So it was there I can say I got the blood. So when I grew up, I finished my school cert, I went into business. At the end, when I come across this job, I fell in love through that spirit. That was how I came into it and learned it. You see some people, like the man I said that did this job, that did this first act, Chief Alufai Benovia, he has no master. He's a born artist. You understand me? I've also come across different people like that. Just like one of my friends in Osogbo, he has no master. He just went, bought chisos and began to work. That was why those are born artists. Those that fell in love and say, let me go and learn too, they learn and they know it also. Why? There are some that had the blood from their lineage. So that is it. Like me, I got it from my forefathers.
So we can see this. How did this come about? How were you able to create this?
By the grace of God, the work has been done. So we are not imitating what our elder statesman, Chief Alufai Benovia did. That is what we are trying to. That is what we do. So many of us learned it and we are not doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can see this one is to depict the Oba.
The Oba, yes. It's a replica of the Oba and the Queen.
Okay.
It's a replica. It's not really. Some people will come and say, which Oba is this? It's not an Oba. We do it, like I said before, that we use our works to document events. You understand me? So when you see this is the way our Oba dress. This is the dressing of our Oba. This is the dressing of our Queen.
Then the birds.
Like this work, the title of this work is called The Best Kingdom. When you look at it from here down, you have all types of birds there. In the Best Kingdom, Ego is the king. That is why you see Ego at the top. Ego is the king of the birds. That is why you see Ego at the top.
In the olden days, carvers create comforts for the noble and common by carving relaxation chair for playing game. From wood carving, we can get different and various things. Yes, we can see Epa and even our friend here playing the Ogiri game. And the ones we haven't seen normally is the one you can carry on your hand and also maybe move about. But this one right now, we are seeing that Epa has made a stool out of this and Ogirise, the board, right? But this is the Ogirise board on it. Yes. So I don't know if you can explain to us.
The name of this game is traditionally it's called Ogirise, but then they name it Ayo game. This, what we are seeing here is different from what you used to see outside. Yes. And this is especially for kings and chiefs. This table one is for kings and chiefs. If you see the relaxation chairs.
This one's was.
Yes, this is called the relaxation chair. It's called Agilobie. After eating in the evening, we see the king or the chiefs call the wives, the children. They will sit down, having folktales, playing it. That is what we do with it before you go to bed. You know, like today now, we are trying to bring up these things to give the awareness to our children. Because these days now, video have taken over these things, but we are trying to, like our forefather Our royal father said that we should come up with all these things, let people know it. Just like the idea of some people, you see, a Benin man and a Benin woman married each other at the time when they are speaking, they speak English. Speak English to their children doesn't know what to do. So those things are out of place now. So that is why we are bringing up these things to tell people that the tradition is still in place.
Okay, so I can see that this chair I'm sitting on. Yeah. I can relax on it.
It's a relaxation chair.
Yes.
In those days, this where after eating, our father relax. At times they will sleep off. From here they go to bed. You can sleep on it. It has no problem.
Yes.
It's a relaxation chair. You can decide to sleep at your convenience to go to bed.
Their special box carved of wood for keeping valuables.
As you can see here, this is a traditional box called the chest. So this box it's not being used by everybody. It is used by the king and the chiefs alone. This year they put their regalians, their beads, and their important documents. So it is used by the chiefs and kings alone.
Can you see the drawings here?
Yes.
This is the drawing of an oba.
Of an oba, yes.
The servants. And these are
chiefs paying homage.
Okay. Alright, I believe you have been following each process, the steps and everything that has to do with wood carving. Okay, so right now we are at the place, the workshop, where the carving is being done. So apart today, will be telling us the wood that is being used for carving these wonderful structures we'll see day to day.
Thank you very much. We have different types of wood. Like in the Benin, by God's grace, we are blessed with wood. We have the wood called ebony. As you can see here, this is called ebony. Okay,
this one.
Yes, that is why you have black at the center.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So
this is the natural color of the wood. This is called ebony wood.
Okay. So this is the one that when you carve it, you get the black and the white.
Yeah, that is why you see some jobs. You have some part of it black, some white. That is made of ebony.
Okay. So, but why some? I think someone said they spray some or something like that.
Naturally, this is the natural color of the wood called ebony wood. Okay. You understand me?
Yes,
there are some that are white if they want to make it get the color. But what you are seeing here now is the natural color. If you can see it. Yes. As we just break it now, the ebony color always have black at the center. Okay. Not all over the body. Okay. So we also use other wood. So we have wood that ants cannot penetrate. Those are the wood we use to do carved works. Okay. You understand me? Right. If you can see this is a contemporary works. It's an abstract work. It was made from another wood too. This not ebony. You understand me? Yes, and this made from another wood. This is another wood again. Okay. What we are going to use this one for is for elephant.
Elephant.
We are going to use it for elephant. You can see a sample of it in the gallery there. You understand me? Like what we are seeing here now. This wood is called a rebe. This kola tree. What we use kola tree for is for ancestral staff. Ancestral staff. That one they use, that called ukure. Ukure. The one they use in the ancestral and the ancestral shrine. That's what we are going to use this for. Okay. We use kola tree for it. Or what we call uloko. That is iroko. Either we use iroko or we use kola tree.
Alright. For the staff.
For the staff, yes. This is a contemporary work. This is a mask of This is just a separate mask of its own. It's not a traditional work.
Okay.
You understand me? It's not a traditional work, it's a contemporary work. It's made from another wood again.
Okay, sir, I want to ask you, who taught you this trade?
Okay, it was a man called Mr. Eriamiatoe. You understand? He's late now. It's about 15 years ago when he died. You know, so I've been doing the work since 1990 till now. I'm still in it. Okay. But it's just that we are all begging the federal government, or rather the state government, to come to our aid, to assist us, because there's no that job we have over here than art and other things. You understand? But in our own field, we are being neglected by the government. So you should now come to our aid, that there's no job, that this is what we are just managing, that you come and assist us. And because this one is beautification. Yes. To the house, you understand? That's when you see this one, you know that yes, it is made from this land. It is part of the cultural piece that which God has laid down over here, that we are using to like beautify our home, to signify the culture, rather the culture and symbol of Benin around. Okay, so do people still come to learn this trade? And before now, that was, I would say, far back at 1993, 94, 95, they do come. But for now, because of no help and all of that things, people refuse to come around and learn.
However, Edo State government, which is culture-oriented, assured artisans in the state of better and improved environment that would encourage more wood carvers to get on board.
The governor's vision is to, look for ways to encourage them, promote them, and that is part of our work plan. To expose them, take them to international exhibitions where their job or their work can be appreciated and they have value for their hard work. There's going to be a lot of training. There's going to be a lot of skills acquisition training, and encouraging and training the artisans, in various aspects of art and culture in the States. So wood carving is part of, part of it, part of the work plan, and part of the governor's vision to develop.
All right, everyone out there, I sure do know you have had a wonderful time with us here on Heritage. It has been wood carving in Edo State, and I tell you, encourage these persons. You want to learn the trade, yes, come to Art Gallery behind Obakenzua Cultural Center and get to meet with them one-on-one. It is beautification. It's something that makes you smile whenever you see these things. All right, guys, we'll be seeing you again next week. Till then, do have yourself a wonderful day, and don't forget that you can watch Heritage on GoTV channel 107 and of course Star Times channel 130. Bye for now.